Hello and welcome to my YouTube battle report. I'm Dan and I will take you through this Legion of Everblight versus Circle Orboros War Machine battle report. On the left we have Legion of Everblight, they're led by Thagrosh, and on the right we have Kaya leading the Circle Orboros forces. In the middle we have a zone which you can control for 1 point and dominate for 2. First to 5 wins as normal. Okay, so Circle Orboros is led by Kaya, and in her battle group it's Laris, a Feral Warp-Wolf, a Warp-Wolf Stalker, Winter Argus, Shifting Stones with Stonekeeper, and a max unit of Warp-Born Skinwalkers with their Alpha. And the idea is here that Circle advance up to the zone, get the Alpha strike off, Kaya pops feet, and so they all move back to safety, and then we go again. So, in Thagrosh's battle group, we have 2 Shredders to put up tenacity, we have Typhon, we have Zuriel, we have a Carnivian, and we have a Shepherd for Fury management. So, it's quite a heavy hitting list, and with plenty of sprays to take out any single wound infantry or of that type. Unfortunately, there isn't any in the Circle list, but it gives them a bit more flexibility. And with the Carnivian putting up spiny growth, that's always going to be a problem. So Circle Orboros get turn 1, and they advance up quite aggressively, everything running pretty much to get to the zone. Kaya puts up Forced Evolution onto the Feral Warp-Wolf, which gives him +2 strength and +2 defence. The Stalker comes into the zone to contest it, and everything else is just waiting for Legion to advance up so they can get the Alpha strike off. The Winter Argus is Animus on her, +2 armour and immunity to cold. Laris is put in a prime position for arc noding. The Ferals attacking one flank, and the Skinwalkers are ready to contest the zone next turn. Hopefully flood the zone and jam it all up so that the Legion can't get anywhere. And with the Stalker lurking about, it's always going to be an uphill battle, hopefully, for Legion. So on to Legion's turn 1. They advance up quite cautiously, putting up all their animi to protect themselves. It's only really Zuriel that comes flying forward, and he's got Spiny Growth and Draconic Blessing on him to give him armour 23. I think the idea here is that Zuriel will be used as a sacrificial piece to lure the Circle in, so that then Legion can get the counter attack. But we'll see how well that works. So Zuriel is up there, he's armour 23 at the moment, so a tough nut to crack, and it poses a bit of a problem for Circle. Do they go in and attack Zuriel and risk the counter attack, or do they leave him to come in and sway through their lines? He's no mug in combat, so it's a good trap that Legion have set here. And if they come up and attack Zuriel, then they could well lose a few pieces, because behind Zuriel we have Typhon, the Carnivian, and Thagrosh himself, not to mention the 2 Shredders. So yeah, that's a world of pain there. If Circle come up and overcommit to killing Zuriel, then they could well lose some of their important pieces here. So yeah, it's a good move by Legion. We shall see what happens in this turn. Could be very interesting. Okay, so on to, at the end of turn 1, you can see the board like this. The Circle players have got a bit of thinking to do here. If they come up and kill Zuriel, then as we said, they may well lose one, if not both their heavy hitters. So what they do instead is Kaya moves up, tries to cast Muzzle on Zuriel, which doesn't go through. She pops feet, pops feet and then teleports down to the bottom right hand corner. The Winter Argus comes round to hopefully get a critical freeze on Zuriel, making it much easier for everyone to hit him. Unfortunately, they don't get the crit. Does a couple of points of damage, but nothing really to write home about. The heavy hitters then come in to try and take out Zuriel, but unfortunately it doesn't work. As you can see, he's still left on the board. So that didn't go well. But they do all teleport back down to safety. Between the feral Wartwolf and the Wartwolf Stalker, they managed to reduce Zuriel down to 1 box. But because he had spiny growth up, they also took a bit of damage in reply. So the feral's got 9 boxes taken off him, and I think the Stalker's got something like 6 or 7 taken off him. So they've both been damaged quite heavily by just simply attacking an Armour 23 model. But they're still alive, and hopefully next turn they can counter-attack. So, Legion of Everblight turn 2. Their turn was much more successful, as you can see. They've cleared the zone, which is their primary objective. They'll pick up 2 points at the end of this turn for dominating the zone. Zero has been healed up a bit, so he's now on 2 boxes. And more importantly, had his spirit back intact. So he's able to do the damage, kill off 2 of the stalkers there, Skinwalkers, sorry, and the zone's contested. From this side, you can see that Circle is still pretty much set up for a counter-attack. So Legion are left a little bit vulnerable. So at this point, Thagrosh decides to pop feet to give themselves a bit more repositioning and possibly do a bit more damage. Shredder's coming around the outside. Zuriel maybe killing off a Stonekeeper or one putting a bit more damage on the heavy hitters of the Circle forces. So Shredder's managed to destroy one of the shifting stones, so it means that they can't teleport anymore, so that's quite useful. But the rest of the army doesn't really do huge amounts. Kai was able to get such distance away that none of them could get into melee after their move. So they were reduced to spraying, which, yeah, not too bad, but they didn't really do an awful lot of damage. What they did do, though, was get right up in Circle's face. And so at the bottom of turn 2, you can see the ball positioning here. Thagrosh is dominating the zone rather, to get 2 control points, and Legion are all over Circle. In Circle turn 3, the Feral Wartwolf fails its threshold check and attacks the Stonekeeper, killing him, and that's all he does this turn. So that's a bit of a blow. We were hoping that the Stalker and the Feral combined could take out both the Legion's heavy beasts. But it was not to be. So the Alpha attacked Zuriel, couldn't get the job done. Kaya cast Muzzle at him, didn't do anything. Laris tried to attack him, again didn't do anything. So in the end it was all left down to the Stalker. The Stalker was able to kill off Zuriel and put quite a bit of damage onto Typhon. He's reduced to 12 hit points. So quite a bit of work done there by the Stalker. And the shifting stones are now contesting the zone. Legion of Everblight turn 3. One of the Shredders was able to kill off the Alpha. The Shepherd came across and destroyed the shifting stones, so they'll get another 2 control points this turn. Typhon killed off the Stalker, and the Carnivian ran over to attack the Feral. Now, fortunately at this stage, because the Feral has still got Forced Evolution on him, it's very, very difficult for the Carnivian to hit. And as you can see, at the end of the turn, he's still alive. He did a fair bit of damage, but he's still alive. And the Carnivian had to use all his fury to boost attacks. And as a result, has not got any defense buffs put on him. So the Feral Wartwolf could well get his revenge here in this next Circle player's turn. So we shall see how that goes. To contest it, and also to allow Kaya to shadow shift and gain flank bonus against Typhon, and she was able to reduce Typhon down to 4 hitboxes, which left the Feral Wartwolf the simple task of coming across, destroying him, and then also able to buy enough attacks to destroy the Carnivian. So that's both the Legion's heavy hitters out, and they're contesting the zone. So yeah, a big hole where Typhon used to be, and the Carnivian used to be. So Circle have had a very good turn here. They're now contesting the zone, and with both Legion's heavy beasts out, it's looking much more promising for Circle here. They may well be able to get some points and get back into this game. They're still 4-0 down, so Legion only need one more point to win, but it's looking much better for Circle here. Okay, so on to Legion of Everblight turn 4, and they had threshold issues of their own this turn. One of the shredders came across and attacked the other shredder, which was far from ideal. I think they needed both shredders to come across and kill Laris to therefore put Kaya in a much more vulnerable position. The Shepherd could have attacked Kaya, but decided instead to attack the stone, and Thagrosh has put up some buffs, which I think is a bit of a mistake. Because Circle Orboros turn 5, the Feral comes across, kills the Shredder, heals himself up, so he's now virtually back to full health. Laris came across, destroyed the Shepherd, and Kaya's killed the Shredder, so they've now gained 1 control point for controlling the zone, and also now threatening Thagrosh, who has none of his battle group left, so looking slightly vulnerable here. Okay, Legion of Everblight turn 5. Vulnerable he may be, but Thagrosh is still a beatstick, and he's able to destroy the virtually fully healthed up Feral Warpwolf here. But he's used all his fury. He's now in a very vulnerable position. Circle managed to pick up another point, and it's now time for the assassination. So Laris went round to the flank to attack him, and with the flank bonus and 6 fury, killing Thagrosh, and therefore handing Circle Orboros victory by assassination. I think that the game really changed when Thagrosh just sat at the top zone, not doing anything. I think he could have either attacked Kaya or retreated further back and kept hold of his points. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this battle report, and I hope to make some more soon. Bye bye.